Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome back my YouTube channel with the new video. Today we discuss about the marketing research process. A marketing research and introduction. Every marketer needs marketing research and most large companies have their own marketing research departments. Marketing research involves a four-step process. The first step consists of the manager and researcher carefully defining the problem and setting the research objectives. The objective may be exploratory, descri- descriptive, of casual. The second step consists of developing the research plan for collecting data from primary and secondary sources. Primary data collections calls for choosing a research approach, observation, survey, experiment, choosing a contact method, mail, telephone, personal, designing a sampling plan, whom a survey, how many to survey, and how to choose them, and developing research interestment questionnaire mechanical. The third step consists of implementing the marketing research plan by collecting, processing, and analyzing by the information. The fourth step consists of interpreting and reporting the findings. Further information analysis help marketing managers to apply the information and provides advanced statistical procedures and models to develop more rigorous findings from the information. Uses and application of research in marketing. Decision making in surgical process in all type of the organization. The decision making requires the information that is collected and acquired through the marketing research process. This information can be regarding customers, companies, or competitors, or to the other environmental factors. Major uses of the marketing research in the organizations are as and following: measurement of market potential percentage, analysis of market share percentage, determination of market characteristics percentage, sales analysis percentage, product testing percentage, forecasting percentage, studies of business trends percentage, studies of competitors product. The marketing research process. Before researchers can provide manager with information, they must know what kind of problem the manager wishes to solve. Marketing research process has following step. Number 1, defining the problem and research objective. Number 2, developing the research and plan. Number 3, implementing the search plan, and number 4, interpreting and reporting the findings. Now we will discuss this step in detail. Step 1, defining the problem and research objective. The marketing manager and researcher must work closely together to define the problem carefully and agree on the research objective. Marketing managers must know enough about marketing research to help in the planning and to interpret research results. Defining the problem and research objectives is often the hardest step is the process. After the problem has been defined carefully, the manager and researcher must set the research objectives. The three general type of objectives are: number 1, exploratory research, where the objective is to gather pre- preliminary information that will help to better define problems and suggest hypotheses for their solution. Number 2, descriptive research is where the intent is to describe things such as the market potential for a product or the demographic and attitudes of customers who buy the product. Number 3, casual research is the research to test hypotheses about case and effect relationships. The statement of the problem and research objectives will guide the entire research process. It is always best to put the problem and research objective statement in writing so agreement can be reached. Everyone knows the direction of the research effort. Step 2, developing the research plan. In developing the research plan, the attempt is to determine the information needed, outline sources of secondary data, develop a plan for gathering is efficiently and presenting the plan to marketing management. The plan spells out specific research approaches, contact methods, sampling plans, and instruments instruments and researchers will use gather new data. The firms should know what data already exists before the process of collecting new data begins. The steps that should be followed are developing the research plan involves all of the following. Number one, determining specific information needs. Number two, gathering secondary information. Number three, planning primary data collection. Number one, determine specific information needs. In this step, research objective and translated into specific information needs. For example, determine the demographic, economic, and lifestyle characteristics of a target audience. Number two, gathering secondary information. Secondary data is information that already exists somewhere having been collected for another purpose. Sources of secondary data include both internal and external sources. Companies can buy secondary data reports from outside suppliers. Example, commercial data sources. Information can be obtained by using commercial online database. Examples include ComputerServe, Dialog, and LexisNexis. Many of these are free. Advantages of secondary data include: number one, it can usually be obtained more quickly and at a lower cost than primary data. Number two, sometimes data can provide it that an individual company could not collect on its own. Some problem with collecting secondary data include: number one, needed information might not exist. Number two, even if the data is found, it might not usable. Number three, the researcher must evaluate secondary information to make certain it is relevant, accurate, current, and empirical. Secondary data is a good starting point. However, the company will often have to collect primary data. B. Primary data is information collected for the specific purpose at hand. Planning primary data collection. A plan for primary data collection calls for a number of decisions on research approaches, contact methods, sampling plan, and research instrument. Research approaches. Research approaches can be listed as observational research, where information is gained by observing relevant people, action, and situations. However, some things such as feeling, attitudes, motives, and private behaviors cannot be observed. Mechanical observation can be obtained through a single source data system. This is where electronic monitoring system linked consumer exposure to television advertising and promotion measured using television meters with what they buy in store measured using store checkout scanners. Observational research can be used to be information that people are unwilling or unable to provide. Observation research. Type of observation research. People watching people watching an activity, machines watching people. Number two, survey research is the gathering of primary data by asking people questions about their knowledge, attitudes, preference, and buying behavior. Survey research is best suited for gathering descriptive information. Survey research is the most widely used form of primary data collection. The major advantages of these approaches is flexibility, while the disadvantages include the respondent being unwilling to respond, giving inaccurate answer or unwilling to spend the time to answer. Number three, experimental research involves the gathering of primary data by selecting matched group of subjects, giving them different treatments, controlling related factors, and checking for difference in group responses. This form of research tries to explain cause and effect relationship. Observation and surveys may be used to collect information in experimental research. This form is best used for casual information.